Hey, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to our first day of school. One of our traditions is I make sure to get donuts, and I like to get fresh donuts. Let me know if there's a Duck Donuts near you. I am not a sweets fan, but my family absolutely loves them because they are so fresh. Normally, I do first day of school gifts as well, which would be supplies, maybe an activity or books. I didn't end up doing it this year. My girls were perfectly fine with that. They were so excited about the donuts. But let me know, do you have any first day of school traditions that you do? Let me know in the comments. So our first day ended up aligning with our bi-weekly cleaning of our house. And so after we did our calendar and our poem, we decided to go bowling. I like to be out of the house when the house gets cleaned, and my girls had no problem with this plan. When we got back, I let them run around outside for a bit. The first thing they wanted to do was check on our tomatoes. And then after that, they grabbed snack and we got to work. I mentioned it in the video where I prepped for our first day of school, but I made these on Canva. And I let the girls work on these and eat their snack while I went over everything that is in our morning bin. Some of the stuff is newer to them. So basically, we went through everything on this first day. We are not going to do everything in the morning bin or basket, whatever you want to call it. We're not going to do everything every day. But just for this first day, I went through all of the things so that they just know what to expect when I pull out the different activities. Spanish was the one thing that was not new for them. These flashcards are for backyard birds in Eastern and Central North America, but we're only going to be focusing on the ones that we would see around our area. I also use the Merlin app so that the girls can hear the bird call. The next thing that I wanted to do was go through all of the girls' individual items that they will have in their holder and just go over what the different things are. They're not going to drag these whole things over to the table every time, but it just made it easier to go through all of the different things so that they could see what we'll be doing over the year. The quality of this projector is not going to show up very well on camera because I don't make the room completely dark, but just know that it looks a lot better for us than it does on the camera. For the first unit of Torchlight, Emmy is learning about Russia. So we started with a story of Sleeping Beauty ballet. I wasn't able to get it from my library in time for the first day, so the video did just fine for us. But then I had Emmy coloring a picture of the flag, finishing her passport, and we went over some information in some of the books. While I was working with Emmy, Alani was working through Simplify Writing, which we have been absolutely loving. And then I started doing Pinwheels with Emmy, which Alani was happy to join in on. The girls headed back outside to play while I worked on lunch. And then while they had lunch, I went back into the homeschool room to tidy up and make sure I was ready for the rest of the work that we still had to do. I had printed out so many things ahead of time for Zern, and as I was looking for certain things, I realized that there were some things I missed because there were some printouts that were within the student pages, and then there were some printouts that were only within the teacher pages. So I had to take care of that. But after that, we got right to work with Zern. I was working with Alani while Emmy worked on coloring the cover for her language arts binder. Zern aligns with Eureka Math. This year we are doing Zern as the printouts as well as the online portion, and my girls really enjoy these activities. It's been such a great math curriculum for us. Once Alani was done, I gave her a break to go play so that I could do math just with Emmy. I had already started kindergarten math through Zern with Emmy last year, but I didn't want to start at the beginning and I didn't want to start where we had left off. So I went back a few lessons and we started with lesson 25. So what we ended up focusing on for this day was counting 10 objects in linear and array configurations, focusing on 2 5s getting to 10. And then we also were matching the numeral 10. We focused on place value on the 5 group map. And we used a lot of dialogue about the numbers 9 and 10, as well as her writing the numeral 10. When I had planned out the year of what I wanted us to do over the summer and where I wanted us to be starting in the new school year, I had hoped that we would be on Unit 26 for Pinwheels, but we just weren't there yet. We ended up starting the school year on Unit 24, and on this particular day, she was sorting words within the smack dab rule. She was working on suffixes, as well as learning to drop the E for some suffixes. Now again, the picture for the projector is a lot clearer for us than it shows up on camera, but I was having a lot of problems with mystery science for our first day. One, we had a contractor in the basement and we kept losing Wi-Fi. And the other issue I was having is it would work perfectly fine on my computer using the projector until I tried to show a video. If I tried to show one of the videos that was part of the lesson, it just wouldn't work. So I ended up just moving on to my phone because I was able to not have to worry about the Wi-Fi, and she did her work from there. But after we were done school, we ended up heading to Lakeshore Learning because I had some trays to pick up, and then we headed right to the library. So we had a packed day. I am so thankful to the local families that make this around the world event at our library possible. But I am going to end this here. If you have started, I hope you had a fantastic first day. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.